Well, hello there, it's Coach Todd here. How you doing? I just finished a fantastic lake swim, and now I'm en route to coaching in the pool. And you know what today is? Today's Wednesday, and 4 weeks today, I'm off to Vancouver, to Whistler, for my 14th Ironman. It's crazy. 14, wow. What I want to talk to you today about is just the amount of training that's involved at this stage in the game. So when you have a month left to go to your Ironman, what's involved? You know, generally throughout the whole year, I don't mind training. I think it's all good and fun. But this time of year is the toughest for me. It's really tough because you got to put in the long hours. The long runs, long bikes, the swims, etc. And so 2 weeks ago, what was cool, the nice thing about being at this state or this level is that you need to find cool places to run. So last week I decided to run, it's called the Banff Legacy Trail. And I did it with my son. He was my Sherpa on a mountain bike. I bribed him. Bribery is good for sure. And so I said, hey, if you drive me, or if you be my Sherpa on the mountain bike carrying my water and stuff, I will let you drive to Canmore, which is about an hour and a half driving. So he's learning how to drive. So he had that opportunity to drive. And I said, I'll feed you too. So he bought I got him some lunch afterwards. Anyways, it was a fantastic run. The cool thing about it is that it's a run that I've always wanted to do. I've driven that road many times. I always see people on the pathway on the bikes. They go, oh, I wish I could do it. So I'm going to put some footage here as I'm talking just to show you what it looks like. And it was very spectacular. I liked it a lot. You're right in the mountains there. Really nice scenery. I was the only runner out there. There's a lot of bikes though, but it was 17K from Canmore to Banff and then back, so that's 34K. Now I decided not to do 34, that was too much for me, but I got in 30. And the last, once it turned around, I felt pretty good. And then what happened, with 5K to go, it's like, oh man, my legs are burning, they're screaming at me, and it's like, the nice thing about where I was though is that I couldn't turn around. I had to keep going because there's no place to go. And I jokingly said to my son, okay, now it's your turn to run. And he just looked at me and laughed and said, no, it's not going to happen. He's not a runner. He's a biker. Mountain biker. So he was happy on his bike. Hello. We're here at the Banff Legacy Trail. Today I'm going to run for quite a while. I'm here with my son George.
Hi.
He's going to be videotaping the run on mountain bike. It's going to be a great day. Come on, let's go see how it goes. Okay, here we go. Banff Legacy. Okay, here we go. Banff Legacy Trail.
You want to just try again?
Let's do it.
You want to try again?
Here we go. Banff Legacy Trail. Let's do it. Let's go. So 5K to go. What I do in my brain is I go, okay, got 5K to go. What's my pace? That times 5 is this is where I'm going to finish. And sure enough, I was able to do it. But again, my legs are screaming at me. And it's very similar. If you've never done an Ironman, the last 10K of the run, it's sore. Your quads, your legs are screaming at you. And it's saying, stop. Please stop. And so with 1 kilometer left to go of the run I was doing, I made a deal with myself. I said, okay, you can walk the last 500 meters. So I got to 29.5 kilometers, and then I started to walk. And then I realized, you know what? walking hurts more than running. So then after a minute or two of walking, I went into easy jog or run, and then my pace quickened, which was kind of fun. So that was 2 weeks ago. This week, I had to come up with my long run again. I go, what am I going to do? I couldn't do that same run because it's too far. So I just ran from my house. I have a nice loop that I can do, lots of hills, beautiful scenery. It's really quite nice. And as I was running, I kind of had in my mind a target for the time. But also at the same point, I'm thinking I want to go a little bit further than last week. So I ended up doing 31 yesterday. And it's funny, where my legs hurt last week, it took longer for my legs to hurt this week, which is a cool part of training, right? So you're starting to adapt. And so you're able to push yourself longer and further and harder. And the same thing applies with swimming and biking, that as we gradually build our training up, your bodies can adapt. And it really is a wonderful thing. And it's always surprising to me how that happens. But it's not easy. And you're also dealing with a lot of brain chatter saying, stop, why are you doing this? I was sitting down with my wife last night going, you know what, why do people do Ironman? Why do they do it? I just finished my 31K, I'm sitting on the couch, I don't want to move, right? And then you start to think, how am I supposed to do 4K swimming, 180K biking, and then a 42-kilometer run? Sometimes it's such a big thing to wrap your head around. But what I often tell people is, how do you eat an elephant? Eat an elephant one bite at a time. And that's all this training is, and doing an Ironman is you do it one step at a time, one stroke at a time, one pedal stroke at a time, one stride at a time, and before you know it, it's over with. So if you're at the same point that I am in your training, so you have 4 weeks to go, I can sympathize with you in the training, but you got to get it in. You got to get it in, otherwise the Ironman's going to be really painful. So I know training is tough now, but dig your heels in and let's get it done. So when you're tired and you don't want to train, this is the best slogan I saw yesterday of a guy running up a hill. Those Nikes, you guys know what it is. It said, just do it. So when your training plan calls you to do something, don't come up with excuses. Just go out there and do it. All right, this is Coach Todd saying thank you very much and happy training.